And we're back.
Yes, we are back.
So I'm gonna go and get my buddy the leper an armlet, because it'll make him look pretty. And if he looks pretty, then he won't feel so bad about being like fucking ugly.
Yeah, he'll do better.
Maybe. We'll see.
What you call it? Did you know that there's going to be a new live-action Mortal Kombat movie?
No, I did not.
Nobody knows when. They just announced that some South Australians...
Do you know when?
No, I don't.
Oh, and you're everybody.
Yeah.
Or you're part of everybody, so alright,
Yeah.
it checks out. It checks out.
Some South Australians were
Well
just
played.
like, "Oi, mate, we're going to make Mortal Kombat." And that's so done, it's done.
I did see that the He-Man movie is apparently making traction. Which I'm actually a little annoyed by, because I very much enjoy the Netflix She-Ra show.
Oh yeah, you were saying I still need to watch that.
It's quite good, and they can't include He-Man in their lore because the people making the movies have the rights. Although there is one episode where they're talking to some like archaeologist type guys, some historian guys, and they're talking about how nobody knows she's She-Ra like outside of her friends, so they're hearing like the official like historical like account of She-Ra.
Yeah.
And they're like, actually, maybe very few people know that historically she was actually referred to as Her-Ra.
What?
Like He-Man.
I know, but that sounds so dumb.
I know.
That's like when.
And they're like, and actually, she used her magic powers to fight for the power of Grayskull.
Huh.
It's like, because that's what He-Man says.
Yeah, exactly. But okay.
I like that. There's also an episode where I don't know why they did. I don't know what sense this makes in universe, but it's certainly funny. They're trying to plan like an invasion of like the enemy camp,
Yeah.
and they're doing it by playing D&D essentially.
Huh.
Like they're not just strategizing. They're making like dice rolls and stuff.
Right.
Like there's like one of the dudes like characters dies, and they're like, "Well, you didn't make your perception roll."
Huh. All right. Man, I can't think of D&D without. Oh wait, hold on. Before I tangent, let me. Nobody cares, but let me rattle it off anyway. Aquaman guy is producing it. James Wan.
Oh, okay.
Greg Russo is screenwriting, and Simon McQuoid is directing.
You keep saying that the exact same way.
Yeah, I know, but it's weird. I've never. It's like.
Like, normally when you repeat a name like that, you're trying a different pronunciations, and you were saying it exactly the same.
No, I was trying to enunciate the difference. I was trying not to let the C sound just roll right into the Q sound, because it's the MC, like, McDaniels or McDonald's, but it's McQuoid.
So you're saying it again. The exact
I know,
same way.
because it's hard to not just go McQuoid, and you're like, wait, how do you spell that shit? Like, yeah, it's... Yeah. Anyway, that's and if the theme music is not the the one from the movie that was the best, it's Mortal Kombat. It's retroactively has always been the Mortal Kombat theme song.
I mean, it would depend. Like, I won't. Do people even have? Are those rights even up for grabs? I mean, it is one of the most popular songs like ever made.
Well, actually, no. I believe they are not up for grabs, but I think this is kind of... They must be working with the Mortal Kombat guys, because they announced this now when Mortal Kombat 11 is pretty hot, right? And
More like pretty not.
And a trailer... I saw a trailer for Mortal Kombat 11, which had the live-action movie music in it as the trailer music.
Oh, okay.
So... if this announcement is to if it's hinting at a collab with the actual guys that own Mortal Kombat, they can totally stick it in for the movie, and it'll be the greatest homage to the OG movie that could ever happen. It'll make up, it'll make up for all the...
For Defenders of the Realm.
Yeah, yeah.
The Mortal Kombat cartoon, which is fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Or that, did you ever see the really shitty, like, straight-to-video, like, animated movie, quote-unquote?
Nope.
I forget the name, but it was advertised as, like, an animated, like, Mortal Kombat adventure, and I remember renting it from Blockbuster, because I was super stoked about it.
Okay.
And, like, it was not a movie. It was basically, like, you know how in the actual movie, like, the combatants all spelled with a K instantly?
Yeah.
You know, they all, like, get on a boat and, like, go to the island?
Aye.
I guess this is set, like, during the boat ride, except it's a cartoon, so all the characters actually look like they're goofy, like, video game, like, you know, versions.
Right.
So, like, Johnny Cage and Liu Kang are both shirtless, and Sonya has her weird, like, Mortal Kombat 1, like,
that
jumpsuit
yeah,
kind
that
of...
green
Yeah, the green...
workout outfit.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like... Oh, and Raiden has his, like, Chinese hat
Oh,
and his,
the
like...
farmer hat.
Yeah, he's got the whole deal. And the movie is just like Raiden, like, giving, like, little history lessons about the Mortal Kombat world to the three characters, which are illustrated through horrible CG.
Oh no!
Because this is the 90s.
You know what you just made me think of is Ruby, actually, because Ruby has been kind of such a mess, and I think, you know, they're finally nailing it down very recently, but they had those.
I'm waiting until this season is over before I pick it up again.
But they had those. What is it, like between 4 and 5? I think they had Crow, whoever the Crow guy is.
Oh yeah.
Do those little history of what's their world called?
Remnant.
Yeah, the history of Remnant.
Right.
And he told really cool little stories. And
which they're now regretting after the whole Vic Mignogna thing.
Yeah, and I'm hesitant to say, but I almost kind of just enjoyed marathoning all those more than, like, the actual seasons of Ruby in some ways.
I mean, that's kind of been my problem with Ruby from like the beginning. That I think, like, Monty Oum didn't really think everything out well. He didn't think out things well enough from the start for a solid narrative.
Right.
But he thought up a pretty cool world.
Yeah.
And so I just find the world of Ruby to be a lot more interesting than the actual show.
Yes.
Because the show is a mess.
And that's why when I was watching those, I was just so... Okay, because I'm already a sucker for lore anyway. Like I mentioned, you know, in games like Mass Effect and Dragon Age, I read every single journal entry.
Right.
Because I love fictional universes and world building. And I'm that kind of guy, so I'm really... Yeah, the world is really interesting. And when they had the Remnant shorts, or I forget what they called them.
World of Remnant.
World of Remnant shorts. Yeah, I was just eating it up. I went, oh, so that's where Dust came from. Here was these guys, and this is all so interesting. And then it leads to now, where we're just, oh, the Schnee Dust Company sure is evil, but we don't see the consequences of that, and the Darkspawn are like...
Grim.
Yeah. The Grim sure are a threat, but not at all. And it's all very, like... It's like a slice of life.
I mean, they were a threat to Pyrrha.
It's like all...
Which is the other reason I don't watch... I have a hard time watching the show nowadays.
Yeah, it's like all this wonderful history led up to this slice of life anime. With, like... It's like it became...
I mean, I think it would have been better if it stayed slice of life. The problem is that they tried to put in the actual plot, but the plot's not very good.
But the thing is, when Salem was an issue, then I was happy because okay, at least I know why. Like, at least Grimm are a legitimate threat now, and at least I know why, you know, they're not tearing up towns like they did in the lore. It's because she's clearly hoarding all the good ones for her master plan or whatever.
I suppose.
You know. But I mean, I love to justify things so that they are good to me.
Right.
So, yeah, but yeah, World of Remnant is a great series. The Ruby's okay. It's pretty good. The fight scenes are legit.
I'm willing to bet that there's probably like a ton of fan made like Ruby stuff out there that's probably better than the actual like show.
Yeah, it's gonna go Star Wars Extended Universe.
Yeah. Like I know there's an actual manga.
But then Disney's gonna
I
buy it, and it's all not canon anymore.
I know there's an official manga, and
Yeah.
I don't read it, but I know people make like there are like a couple. I know they're like fan made like comics and whatnot out there, and
Yeah.
I feel like it's one of those things where just the fan made stuff is going to end up being better than the source
Yeah,
material.
just like the video games are way better and the fan stuff is way better.
Man, the Ruby there actually is a Ruby video game, and it's so almost good, but not really.
The Dynasty Warriors Ruby?
It's not even that. It's like Bad Devil May Cry.
Oh.
Like it tries to have like that kind of combat system, like really combo-y and
I saw there was a phone app.
Juggly.
There was a
oh yeah,
there was a
made,
Clash Royale
yeah,
Ruby edition or something.
yeah. I thought that was one of those like Chinese knockoffs at
Yeah.
first because it came up like in an ad and I was like, oh man, did one of those guys like rip off like Ruby? Like that's clearly Ruby right there.
Yeah.
and it's not called like Ruby the game or anything.
It's like something arena.
Yeah, it's got like a completely different name. So I googled it really quick and I was like, oh shit, this is official.
Yeah.
This is a real thing.
Yeah.
And then I didn't know what to feel.
But what was I? Okay, no, you said the word China, which will let me segue.
Well, I'm actually more interested because you were saying I can't think of D&D without, and then you never went back to that.
Darkest Dungeon.
Oh, okay. Because I was hoping that you were gonna mention the Saturday morning cartoon show Dungeons and Dragons.
No. I loved the Darkest Dungeon remake mock movie. It was wonderful.
That was a mock. Oh, wait, are you still talking about Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Darkest Dungeons. Some guy made a movie of the infamous '80s comic, and it's wonderful. It's fantastic.
Oh, you're talking about Darkest Dungeon, the film.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, sorry. It was called Dark Dungeons.
Dark Dungeons. That's
yeah. My brain, because we're playing Darkest.
See, I thought you were being coy, and I thought we were talking about Dungeons and Dragons the movie.
No.
The one with was it Marlon Wayans?
Yeah, I kind of liked that one too, just because it was so hammy. It was as hammy as actual players. The actors acted like the actual players at the table behind their characters, and I went, "Oh, that's what I would do."
I mean, it had Jeremy Irons, and I will watch things with Jeremy Irons, especially if he's being like a fucking nutbar.
Yeah.
But it was not good, and my dad like fell asleep.
Oh, I loved it. I enjoyed the hell out of it. But let me get through the depressing China news because I at first I was just kind of like making fun of this and it was interesting, but now I'm legitimately trying to spread awareness because I want people in China to have better lives, damn it.
I mean, what does that do for me?
So, this is your depression warning. Like, if you don't want to get sad, it's not that sad.
All right, well, I'm going to leave the room then.
Yeah. No, so I've mentioned many times on this channel...
Damn it, Cataphract, why are you contemplating mortality?
Because he's staring into his mask and doing Shakespeare.
That's a skull you do Shakespeare with, Evan.
Well, it's kind of a skull. I don't know what
it's not.
that is.
It is not. This man does not do Hamlet.
Okay. But no,
he knows nothing of the melancholy Dane.
I've brought up a lot on this channel recently. It's China's social credit system that's rolling out in 2020, and how Orwellian it is, and Skynet it is, and really bad. Like, it's gonna suck to live there, in my opinion. I mean, if you're a model citizen, it's gonna be great.
Kim is like a powder keg ready to blow. She's going to have all the insanity in the world.
But no, this article got posted today, and despite the fact that the system isn't officially in place until 2020, it's run by the Department of...
Stop targeting the crazy Asian girl!
It's run by the Department of what the...
No! She's discordant.
I gotta find, what it is.
You know, I kind of want a T-shirt now that says "No, she's discordant."
You know what? I'm not. I'm not going to look up the name of the department because it doesn't matter.
The Department of China.
Yeah, yeah. The Department of China, despite the system not going into place officially until 2020, the government departments concerned have already.
They are still focusing all the insanity on her.
And now she's insane.
She's been insane.
Oh.
She was insane last turn.
Oh.
That's why. Look, she has a filled-in.
Oh,
dock.
she has a filled-in box.
You douchebags.
But yeah, the Department of China has already amassed a, air quotes, blacklist of 13 million people, which they've already deemed, bad citizens.
Which is only like a third of China.
Yeah, because they're straight up like 1.4 billion, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have 13 million people, and consequences of being a bad citizen. We're moving into like Third Reich territory where, you hear the accounts and you're just like, well, why didn't you guys just leave before this shit kicked in? Kind of, and it's it's because they couldn't see it coming.
Yeah,
and
it creeps up on you.
yeah, you're trying to live your life,
They're saying the same thing about us.
but the blacklisters already can't leave because some of the consequences of being on the citizen shit list are you're not allowed to board a train or plane.
What about a taxi cab?
I think you can use cars. I think you can't use public transport. Hold on, let me go back to the article. It's I accidentally closed it, so I need a moment to get back to it. And to just read this crap that my jaw was agape as I was reading it. And I thought that only happened in cartoons, but it happens in real life.
Says you.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Having a hard time getting to it.
So hopefully the scouting is telling me it's not in there. Oops.
Alright,
Alright, Kim.
I've almost got it.
Let's get you some. Damn it, Kim!
Oh, did she touch the trap?
No, I wanted her to disarm the trap so she could lose some stress, but she
Oh,
fumbled
but
it.
she
Oh,
fucked
cool.
it up.
We're done.
Hey!
We are Milfanito, and we are leaving.
Hold on. Did the Chinese government, pull the article?
I mean, maybe.
Hold on. Oh, here it is.
You can't prove they didn't.
Here it is. No, I found it. It's like when Korea threatened to bomb movie theaters because of
The man with the dog got the Dark Temptation quirk.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. We're gonna have to take that dog away from you, Mathen.
Okay, so here we go. So yeah, they cannot board trains or planes.
Or taxi cabs.
And there are some statements from the department concerned. So the department is the National Development and Reform Commission.
It doesn't sound like they do any brainwashing at all.
Yes, they claim that the social credit system will restore morality, and will...
Oh, hey, we finally got an Abyss Walker.
Oh.
Sweet. It's only been how many fucking
Is that another
videos?
Jolter?
No, this... Oh, in there?
In
yeah.
the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so we are finally going to make do.
Yeah, they will restore morality and restore the country's social trust. So they say.
I mean, oppressing the country doesn't seem like a very solid way of restoring anybody's trust.
Listen.
I'm just saying.
Alex, the municipally approved tabloid, the Global Times, said that, and therefore that is what is going to happen.
Yeah, and I mean, why would they lie?
So the...
No,
Yeah.
I'm asking, why would they lie, Evan?
They wouldn't. I don't know.
Okay. So we're in agreement.
I don't see why. Yeah. Like,
Alright, is there like a short one I can do? Medium, long, short. There's a short. Alright, we'll do we'll do a quickie short one.
oh wait, I touched something. The Chinese government's hacking me. I'm getting hacked. They don't approve of my dissenting opinion.
And your Americanness.
Yeah.
On
Okay,
account
here we go.
on account of you belonging to the country that made Kung Fu Panda.
I like DailyMail.com, but guys, your interface is shit. Like your UI is shit.
Your face is shit.
I keep clicking on accidental. So yeah, 13 million people were deemed untrustworthy.
Was I one of them?
Yeah, and their tagline. This is all from the people, from the department, published in the municipally approved tabloid of the day. Their tagline for the social credit system is once discredited, everywhere restricted.
Say what?
Like, tell me when it gets too Orwellian for you, okay? Like,
I mean, I think we're already there.
like their tagline. That's why my mouth was agape, because this is straight out of like sci-fi. This is like, yeah. Their tagline of the social credit system is once discredited, everywhere restricted. And they are vowing to punish untrustworthy, quote, untrustworthy citizens in as many ways as possible.
I mean, that doesn't really seem like the law and order like methodology. Usually, you go for quality of punishment, not quantity of punishments.
They've revealed their, their bullet points here. Social credit will be scored in 4 areas, which are 1, administrative affairs, 2, commercial activities, 3, social behavior, and 4, the judicial system.
Which one handles porn?
Social behavior.
Okay.
Yeah, watching porn will lower your social credit score, by the way.
Right.
And people are incentivized to report you because it raises your score to report untrustworthy citizens.
Because you gotta watch, you gotta watch your neighbors to protect yourself.
Yeah.
Or something.
So, what else has the Global Times said here? Oh yeah, they've listed uncivilized behavior. So, things that can lower your social credit score. Failing to pay municipal parking fees.
Really?
Yes. Eating on a train.
Why?
It's impolite.
So?
You might dirty the train.
What if they serve?
Were you born in a barn?
What if they serve food?
Eating on the train.
If they give me food, am I supposed to say no? That seems even ruder.
And another example they gave is frequently changing jobs with, quote, malicious intent.
What does that even mean?
Like if you're trying to game the system, I don't know.
How does getting fired and rehired game the system?
Or if you quit and reapply like too many times, you're being an asshole. I guess.
Who does that?
I don't know.
That seems way more difficult than beneficial.
Let's see.
I think is China dumb?
Let's see.
I'm starting to think China might be dumb.
Other things that could lower your score are endangering railway safety as a passenger.
Well, I mean, that should be punishable.
Smoking on high-speed trains. Selling fake tickets. Producing fake tickets. Occupying unassigned seats.
Oh, okay.
Like on a train.
I mean, yeah, okay, fuck those guys.
So if I'm on the train and like I hear the guy say, "Okay, sir, your seat 5B," or whatever, and I see his ass sit in 5C, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, didn't you just say he was 5B?" I did. Social credit dot. What else?
I mean, you're a monster. The person who's occupying the seat, not you for reporting them. You're a hero.
If you're flying Spreading rumors about terror attacks.
Wait, if you're flying, like if you learn to fly,
Yeah, yeah.
like if you fall and then miss the ground accidentally.
Yeah. Breaking onto runways. I guess people want to do that for some
Is that
reason.
the thing people do?
Causing disruption on flights. There's another one. Low ratings could also mean you are barred from buying premium insurance, wealth management products, or real estate.
Is wealth management products like tax, like filing software?
Yeah, I guess. And what?
I feel like every product is a wealth management product because it takes wealth away from me, so I don't have to worry about it.
Bro, and your personal information will be listed in public.
Oh, good.
Dude!
That's awesome.
Like,
Another abomination.
what?
That's not terrible at all.
This is like... Yeah, this is like those dystopian novels in real life.
Yeah.
Like, this is straight up you... Oh my god.
I mean, where have you been? That's kind of been on the rise all over.
Okay. Oh god, and then here's the best part.
Terrible assault.
Their administrations are trash talking us Westerners who are criticizing this. They're trash talking me because I've been criticizing this for like weeks. So the Global Times, our favorite municipal publication, has said that in response to criticism about how this is invasive and destroying privacy and all that, they say that Western minds are simply too ignorant to understand the benefits of the system.
Maintain the offensive.
I mean, we invented the double bacon burger.
And
Like, who's got the uncivilized mind now, China?
and that China, with its population of 1.4 billion people, the methods by which they process such huge volumes of human data is beyond the understanding of Western countries.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's not fascism. We just don't get it.
And that the hypothetical theories of the West are based on our ignorance.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, China.
This is like shots fired.
No, now I understand, I think. And knowing is, exactly 50% of the conflict.
Now this is from the politicians, because the politicians are here to reassure us. We're all very scared. All the Chinese citizens are like, "Holy shit, I'm on the blacklist." But listen,
Just stop the porn.
the researchers at the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences say that the social credit system is not... The purpose isn't to classify citizens into good and bad, but to better serve people with good credit and to serve as a warning to dishonest people.
Wait.
Give
Yeah.
them no quarter.
That's pretty colorful language they're using there. Dishonest people and
And
untrustworthy.
And Wu Ken, the Chinese ambassador to Germany, said that the social credit system is supported by the vast majority of Chinese people. Now, we could believe him because if only 13 million people are blacklisted, assuming all the non-blacklistees are in support, he isn't lying. But
No, truth is democratic.
yeah. Also, that music video I mentioned, the music video that is in support of this, I didn't know this was a thing that existed, but that video was produced by the Chinese Communist Youth League.
I mean, I think you mentioned that before.
I did, but I didn't know who made it.
Well, I assume the Chinese Communist Youth League is probably aligned with the government.
And
Maybe I was reading too deeply into that. I don't
and
know.
I mentioned last time that they're doing a 200 million Skynet camera network to actually monitor all citizens at all times. It's been revealed that that's only the starting number of cameras. And after the system they're setting up the 200 million now, but after the system launches, they're slated to bump it up to 600 million in or by 2020.
But that's, for our protection.
It's for the protection, yes. For everywhere you go, you'll be protected.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, they're getting an app where you can check your social credit score. And, interestingly enough, there's been a record amount of people suddenly repaying their back debts to the National Development and Reform Commission.
Well, there you go. The system works.
Suddenly, in 2019, just so many people really felt like they needed to be so good and paid back all the money they owe the government. So it's working already. It's working already.
That's depressing.
Yes. Yeah, it's all the worst. Sorry, that I took over the whole video, but like I'm trying to make people aware because I'm scared for the people in China, like legitimately.
Well, a good thing all those influential people who watch our channel
Yeah.
are now going to put a stop to
Look,
the-
you gotta get it out. You gotta go to the street corner and speak it out.
Yeah, no, and now you've informed 7 people
Uh-huh.
that this is a thing. Well done, Evan.
Tim, go tell all your countrymen that this is happening. I don't hate Chinese people. It's quite the opposite. This is in my life experience. This is straight up the most like Fahrenheit 451 like Skynet real thing that I've ever witnessed or lived.
Do you not look outside your window ever?
No, I do, but it's not this bad over here. You know,
It's pretty bad.
yeah, but it's not that bad.
It's pretty bad, and that's debatable what you're saying.
Creatures can be felled.
Anyway, we're not that kind of channel. We're not going to talk about this.
Yeah.
Moving on.
I mean, we're that kind of channel when I talk about China. Sorry. But don't worry, because I'm saving the fun news for when we play Katana Zero.
So, not being a bummer.
Yeah, let's not be a bummer.
So, I'm using the Seer right now, and her whole thing is she's a support character who keeps stunning herself.
Okay, and does she benefit from being stunned?
She does not, but every one of her moves builds up additional stun immunity. So you might bolo your first couple of turns, but theoretically, by turn 3 or so, she's built up enough momentum that she's not going to be stunning herself anymore.
And then the enemies can't stun her either.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, it's a cool coral.
And I have exactly one thing left. So who needs? I think.
Wow.
I think he probably needs it. Artorias apparently cheats at cards.
Yeah, he's fine.
The healer is bad at healing himself. That's fine. Oh, she has claustrophobia. Let's nuke that.
Oh, okay.
Because that sounds like a touchy thing. What am I doing? I can have her interact. Oh, hey, it removed the claustrophobia clerk.
Oh, man.
That was lucky. I mean, considering that it's the only one that she had.
Right?
What were the odds of that happening? Like 100%?
I mean,
It's a bit of a gamble, but I'm glad I took it.
technically, like, what, 99.99 repeating?
The Thrall. But I have surprise, so you're going down.
He's
buddy.
in front, yeah.
But things will happen
Nah.
when you become overconfident.
Nah.
Yeah,
There you go.
good. All is well now. Why did I say that?
Nothing could possibly go wrong.
Your face.
Go wrong.
Absolutely.
Alright. So, wait, are we... Oh, no, we're just doing room battles.
There's only like 2 more rooms.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
So yeah, we're almost done.
I can't wait to see Sonic the Hedgehog.
Is that like Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yeah, apparently that the redesign is legit. Like, the redesign is actually happening, and the people in the studio actually spoke about it, I think. Or somebody who used to be in the studio, I'm not sure. But basically, they're gonna have to enter crunch time, which is bad for workers. Like, get ready for some 70-hour work weeks.
Well, that's what I was saying, that, you know, they've already made a trailer.
No, but that's the thing. Like, it's gonna take a few 70-hour work weeks, but they think they can do it in like 6 months or something.
Well, why couldn't they just start 6 months earlier?
Because they didn't get the data.
Like at the point when somebody first drew this thing.
Their focus groups were probably like, oh man, what a cute little hedgehog. And then they were like, alright, everyone likes the hedgehog, this is great.
Yeah, all one person who is
In
blind,
their focus
who
group.
is blind and who's never actually seen a hedgehog in their life.
And, and so, but then all the tweets came in once the trailer came out, and he's like, huh, we should have had some of you in our focus group, we hear you, we're redesigning it.
We should have had literally anybody in our focus group.
We're gonna have a few stress casualties, but that's okay. That's what, that is what is it, EA? Either EA or Activision Blizzard calls it when they go into crunch mode and start enforcing the 100-hour work weeks to get shit out on time.
What do they call it?
A stress casualty. When an employee has a breakdown and has to stop working.
Why do they have a term for that?
Yeah, I know.
That implies that it happens way too often.
Well, no, they're actually co-opting the term from the military. The military came up with the term stress casualty.
But that's even worse.
Because in the military, you can straight up have a breakdown.
Right.
And cannot fight, yeah.
So why are you treating your guys so badly that
Yeah.
you're simulating, like, combat, like, like, abnormalities?
That's the thing. And EA and Epic and Activision
To be spent.
have all... Like, I've been following the reports, and they're all putting in the crunch, doing the 70 to 100-hour work weeks, and getting stress casualties.
I mean, that's a lawsuit just waiting to happen.
Yeah, it is.
Or it would be with any normal company, but I'm sure EA and Blizzard, like, make you sign a demonic contract.
Yeah.
It make a Faustian bargain. Like, all right,
Yeah.
I'll give you the chance to work in the video game industry, but now your soul belongs to me!
Yeah, it's essentially that, and the fact that the hours aren't optional, but you get the idea that you're not going to have a job if you don't take the option.
You don't have to work the hours, but, I mean, we don't have to keep you employed.
Exactly. Actually, no, Riot had an employee strike of like 100 people.
Did they really?
Yeah, because...
Did they riot?
But, I think... I'm not sure if that one was about stress or if it was about female employees getting sexually harassed. But something. No, but the video game industry is a very bad place to be right now.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. It kind of makes you wonder why people even bother working there.
Yeah.
But I guess you go through all those years of game design school, especially if you're one of those idiots who, like, saw the video on the infomercial, like, come to our school and get paid to play video games, and you've already invested all your money and you can't find a new job at that point. Anyway, we're almost 10 minutes over. We will see you guys next time with hopefully less fucking depressing news.
Yeah, it will be.
Shame on you, Evan.
No, it's informative.
Later, guys.